minutes at a time. Hey, have you ever not witnessed to somebody, right? Because you just thought, wow, that person is so hard, or that person's into so much junk that no matter what I say is going to work or do any good, that you really didn't want to waste your breath? Yeah, you don't have to answer that question online. That's a rhetorical question. But let's take a look at Matthew 13, the parable of the soils. Here in chapter 13 of Matthew, we have the sower planting seed. Right? Now, the more seed that grows, the more food you get, right? And in today's economy, the more money you get if you're a farmer. Right? To get the most food or the most money, you need to plant every single place that you can plant. Yeah, you ever gone down some country roads and seen corn right up to the road? Yeah, or whatever crop it is. Yeah, the farmer planted in the right of way. Yeah, he's trying to get a little bit extra. Sometimes they do that, right? But know back then that when they planted a field, they planted the corners, they planted everything, right? And they normally kept a road through the center, a walkway, a path, if you will. But they still threw seed on it. They knew a lot of it wasn't going to come up. Just like today, there's roads. I've been out to some of my friends' farms that I've worked on, and sometimes I go out there and we snicker because you'll see the neighbors sometimes encroaching on their property or taking over the road with their field. Yeah, they're trying to get a little bit extra. So, but in essence, you got to cover all available ground. Now, think about this in the context of the parable that we're talking about, right? Now, the seed in this parable is the Word of God. The land is the human heart. The sower in this parable is throwing seed everywhere, even where he knows it may not grow, on rocky soil, on hard soil, on the path, right? If we're going to be disciples of Jesus Christ, then we need to throw seed. And throw it everywhere, even if you don't think it'll do any good. Now, I just made an assumption that you are throwing seed, i.e. the Word of God, that you're witnessing Christ. Because I don't understand or can comprehend how anybody that is a disciple of Christ cannot be throwing seed. Let that sink in just for a second, just in case you want to get mad at me. Right? We've got to be spreading the Word of God if we're Christians. So let me encourage you. Throw the seed. Witness. Get the word out there, even if you don't think it's going to do any good. We have to fill every available space of land that God has given us with the Word of God. Every single heart that God brings in your path, we throw the seed out there. We throw the Word of God out there. Either by the Word of God, by our actions, by our life. Right? Throw the seed. Now, get your face in the Bible.